Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hey everyone. I actually have some Zoom meetings. I just got out of my first meeting with my app development company. We are in test. And people have been asking about updates on the app. So we're in test flight, but my team is in test flight. I want to beta test it with you guys, my cousins, but we're still working out different kinks. So just that was the latest information. I know you guys are not expecting to see me. I have some time. I got some Zoom meetings. And I said, well, let me just go on Facebook real quick, see what the good people are doing. I didn't want to give y'all a heads up because I wasn't sure if I was going to have time, but I actually do have time. So, hey, cousins. Yes, it's a pop-up. Tata said it's a pop-up. Yes, it's a pop-up. I didn't give y'all no heads up in advance. I wasn't sure if I was going to have time. I just got out of my first meeting of the morning. You know, I live in LA with my app development company. They're in India. If you just tuned in, my team is beta testing, but I haven't brought you guys in yet because we are still giving them feedback of things I want them to change. So that's FYI. They have given me a new completion date, but I'm not going to share with y'all because every time I share a date with y'all, it doesn't happen. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to tell y'all the latest release date. I'm just going to release that shit and tell y'all, okay, we are moving. All right, well, let's get into it. All right, okay, it's a pop-up show. Rebecca said, I almost broke my finger trying to get here. You here, girl. All right, 21 and older. Kendra, why you always coming when I'm in class? Sheikah, girl, do your class, girl. Don't be worried about a man or if you went to women. Get your studies together, okay? I want you to pacifying colors. Don't be fooling with us. All right, here we go. West Africa's in the building. Gambia. 21 and older, have good Wi-Fi, have good light. No videos come down. Kendra G, that is I. I'm not reliable or liable for whoever you meet. Whoever you meet, it's on you, boo. This is a pop-up show. I didn't give you guys a heads up, but I know as we start, you know, I always want to have at least 1,000 people, but I'm quite sure we'll hit that number. Rhonda, we're coming to you. I might pop up on Instagram. They will be very shocked. I don't really do pop-up shows on Instagram. Woo, child. Time and take this plane so long. Michigan's here. Orlando, Belize. Okay. Orlando, Belize. Harlem, New York. Okay, girlfriend, you taking too long. We gotta go to somebody else. Let's try. I'm gonna pronounce your name. So I hope you answer because I can't even pronounce your name, girl. Hey, Kendra Boo. Hey, Tyra Boo. Kentucky going to DMV for a few more years. Sharon said that. Craig, no. I'm on my own lane is in NYC. Kendra, I don't need a man. I just need. Woo! I can't even read that. Woo! She says she don't need a man. She just needs some. Woo! She had fun of her man's jacket. My man's jacket is over here. I was gonna wear it again. Let me go get it. I was gonna wear it again, but I wanted to make sure I could have these lives separate. My man. Because the ponytail leader, it got the gangster lead, right? My ponytail got the gangster lead. It got the gangster lead. I know. Let's try. Listen, now this is a pop-up show. I see why I gotta tell y'all asses in advance because y'all don't be ready. I feel like that number is hurt. Let's try Andre. Jacksonville, Florida. What happens? Why is it not right? Okay, there we go. Salem is in the building. Charlotte, North Carolina. All right. I mean, we had over 1,000. That's always a goal. Now listen, Crystal Lewis. Let's try Crystal. I know it's gonna take a while for you cousins to realize.
Hi.
Are you driving?
No, I'm sitting in the car.
Okay.
Waiting on an appointment.
Hey,
girl, we watch you all the time.
Thank you. Where you guys watching? Where you calling me from?
Chicago.
I love it. Crystal, how old are you?
I'm 51.
Oh, 51. You look good, girl.
Thank you.
51. Black don't crack. All right, Crystal, what you do for a living?
I am a realtor and I'm a business owner of La Cristal Lingerie.
Realtor and a business owner of a lingerie place, a company?
Yes, lingerie company. It's called La Cristal Lingerie.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
What's your zodiac
I'm a
sign?
Pisces.
Pisces. Do you have any
I
children?
have 3 boys.
How old are your boys?
My boys are 28, 22, and 17.
All by the same man?
2 different guys. The
Okay.
28-year-old's father and the other 2, they have the same dad.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Never been married.
Never married. Okay. So Crystal, 51, Pisces, realtor, business owner, mom to 3, never married. Okay. What kind of man you looking for now, honey?
I'm looking for a great guy that knows exactly how he wants to treat a woman, that is focused, careered, driven, and wants to take care of a woman and build with someone like myself as an entrepreneur.
Okay. I don't want your head to get cut off, so bring it up a little bit so we can see it. There we go. There we go. All right. Wait, no, your glasses. I don't want your hair to get cut off, so I guess gotta be. There we go. We gotta see your full face. There we go. Perfect. All right. So you want a man that wants to build with you as an entrepreneur. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yep. Now we can hear you.
Okay, great.
So you want a man that is willing to build with you as an entrepreneur.
Correct.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers is I don't want a liar. I'm not trying to control anyone. I want for someone to be their true, authentic self, but I don't want a liar. I don't want someone that doesn't understand my journey, my passion, and what I'm doing, and has a problem with helping me build. And I want someone that I have grandkids, so I want someone that just wants to build a future for the most part.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
I would prefer for him to take care of himself. That's the main thing. Just take care of yourself.
Okay. What about money? Do he gotta make a certain amount of money?
I personally, myself, I want a millionaire myself.
So 7 figures.
7 figures.
So I'm assuming, okay, let's stay here for a minute. I'm assuming
Okay.
you date millionaires.
I've worked at the stock exchange. I've been around millionaires my whole
That's
life. So
not what I asked you. I said, do you date
I've
millionaires?
dated millionaires as well. Yes.
So what happened with those relationships?
Just didn't work out. Nothing personal. If something doesn't work out, I just let it go. It's nothing personal. I don't take anything personal. I feel like we all are on this journey to live our lives and do whatever we want to do. So when something doesn't work out, I just let it move on its way.
I feel you. So you dated how many millionaires you say?
I would probably say maybe about 5 or 6. I don't know. I've been doing this journey ever since I was in my middle 20s.
Okay. So with that being said, 5 or 6 millionaires, and that's a big feat. Not a lot of women, first of all, not a lot of people even meet millionaires, let alone date millionaires, right? So if you dated 6 millionaires, what was the issue with any of them that could not go long term?
A lot of times I think when you're in a certain caliber inside of your life, you have the option to move around and do whatever you want to do. And at those particular times in my life, I was a lot younger. I didn't know what I had sitting in front of me. So I probably wasn't taking my exposure as seriously as I should have at that time. So now that I'm a much more mature woman, if I get my run again, I'm definitely going to take advantage of that.
So when was the last time you dated a millionaire? How old were you?
The last time I was probably in my maybe 40s.
So we're saying 10 years ago?
About 10 years ago.
Okay, so 10 years ago was the last time you dated a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're saying so what at 51 do you wish you would have knew at 40 so you could have just locked it in?
Well, for one, I think that your environment is extremely important. And as I stated earlier, I worked at the stock exchange. I worked at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange in Chicago. So my whole exposure and my whole everything was the entity of finance and money. So I would tell my younger self to look at your environment and take advantage of the opportunity for the environments that you're in. And don't be afraid to let go of anything that's not serving you properly. So for me personally, At 51 years old, I was just in the presence of a high affluent entertainer. I don't think he knew that I was 10 years older than him. And I told him no. I told him I was not going to go home with him and hang out with him personally. So
But
I
that's
think that,
but let's get there, because
okay,
that's not what you want though. You don't want to just go home with somebody and hang out.
correct.
Are you, or are you seeking that? Or are you seeking?
No, 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 no. That's why I turned that down, because that's not what I want. I want respect behind the money.
Right. Now let me ask you this. Those millionaires that you dated, were they situations like that, or were you in relationships?
They were probably more situationships that could have turned into relationships had I taken my environment seriously.
So you think, so the reason it wasn't a relationship was on your accord, not the guy's accord?
I would probably say yes, because I think that we have the opportunity to lead the situation because we have the power in the situation.
I disagree with that. And let me tell you the reason why. And this is why I'm asking you, because like you, I live in a world of men who are affluent and have money.
Okay.
The biggest thing that I have seen is a lot of them do not want to become husbands because it doesn't, in their mind, it doesn't make a benefit. Now, we could challenge that disbelief all day long.
Okay.
But that, now, of course, there are millionaire men who are married. And so I'm not saying that all men that got money do not get married. But I think even in your own experience, this is why I was asking you about your experience.
Okay.
If you dated 6 millionaires and they were all situationships, would that not be a sign that these were not men that were trying to settle down and become a husband, or no?
Well, for me, as I stated, I think that when I was in my youth and my prime, everything was at my footsteps, but I didn't realize it.
Okay.
So had I understood what I was in front of, I could have made the relationship work for me. That's I could have controlled that relationship for me.
So you can't, where those men at? I mean, they still alive. Why can't you go back to those guys at that
Oh,
point?
they were once at the stock exchange. I'm not in that environment anymore. I'm an entrepreneur myself, pursuing my own dreams, my own goals, my own aspirations. And so I'm totally focused like a deer in headlights with making my business and my real estate industry pop for myself. So I'm not really focused on that so much per se. I'm focused on me and mine more than anything.
Got you. Okay. So if he doesn't make $1 million, he's not an option.
No, that's not true. I want a millionaire. But if as long as he is taking
what is
care
the
of
bare minimum then? Because if you want a millionaire, I'm assuming 100K would be too low.
No, I would probably say at least maybe 200.
Okay.
Around that much.
So, okay. We got to do the Kendra Cam, Crystal.
Okay, sure. No problem. You gonna get out the car with me? Okay, 1 second.
Y'all just chilling in the car. What kind of car is this? Okay. wait. Oh, your friend get out the car too. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see it. Let's see this body, girl. I know you got to have a body, child. Okay, I can see that body. Let's see that body, girl. Don't play with Crystal.
Yeah. So I'm here right now, looking at a property right now. So I'm out taking care of business at a real estate property right now.
Okay. So what is the age range you want to date, Crystal?
In all honesty, I don't mind if you're young. So I would probably say, because for me, if you are young and you're taking care of your business and you know what you're doing, then you have a certain mentality and a certain mindset. So for me, I probably take someone between 40 and let's say 55.
40 to 55. I'm going to move forward just real quick. Those men that you once dated, do you know did they ever get married? Did they ever settle down with anyone?
In all honesty, I haven't spoken to any of them in so long, but I do hope that they got married and settled down.
Their names, like they're not on Facebook. You don't ever do
No, these were very affluent people because I was at the stock exchange. So
right, but you're telling me you dated them, right? So I'm saying you know their names and stuff. You don't.
Yeah.
They didn't have you have no idea where they're at in the world now if they ever got married.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know what their lives took on at that time. That was back when I was in my late 20s, going into my middle 30s. So I don't know what those people are doing with their life now. But I know at that particular point in time in their life, the world was their oyster. They could have done and did anything that they wanted to do.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. What was your last relationship, Crystal?
Oh, my last relationship, my real relationship was probably about 7 or 8 years ago.
7, 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask this. Okay, I'm going back to your age range. You'll date 40 to 50? I can't. Hello?
Okay, there we go. My phone rang.
All right. Yes. You'll date 40 to 50, you said?
Yep.
Now, what is your goal? Is your goal, so, okay, you have 3 children. Are your 3 children by men that were millionaires?
My two children's dad, the one who I got the 2 kids by, he definitely has made over $1 million. He is a business owner and real estate developer.
You guys couldn't like get it together?
No, we couldn't get it together because we were together for years, for a long time, damn near as though it was a marriage. So we grew together. I watched him grow through his transgressions in life, and it just...
That's your husband right there.
Not anymore. He was my husband at that time. We're on totally different pages.
Does he have another woman?
He's in another relationship, yes.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, all right. So 40 to 50, is your goal marriage?
Honestly, my goal is marriage. I would prefer to be married, but my main goal is to have a truthful, honest relationship where we are both being our authentic, true selves and just living life and enjoying the moment and creating experiences more than anything. So I don't want for anyone to force a relationship of marriage. I think that should be an organic thing that happens organically.
Okay. So let me say this. You're 51. You do definitely look great for your age.
Thanks.
Would you ever go older? Because one thing I hear a lot on this show, a lot of men like younger. So I feel like you might find a man that's like 57, 58 that's really going to probably treat you the way you want to be treated. Whereas a 40-year-old man is going to, I mean, he got you, he going to have the women that's his age, the women younger than him. Sometimes older might be better. So are you open-minded, just throwing this out here, to date a man that's older than you, like 57, 58?
I am open-minded to date an older guy that's in his late 50s, as long as he has a young spirit about himself, takes care of himself, and can get and understand where I'm coming from in my life and get with what I'm doing, and not try to... A lot of times men try to control women. That's what I have found. Me, myself, personally, I have no interest in that because I'm not
girlfriend, those men are controlling. So I don't understand why women negate when you ask for an affluent man that makes a lot of money, and they're that way because they had to work hard to become that individual. And at this moment in their personal life, they want women that fit into their life. So that is a common thing to the price category of the man that you desire. And I think women, I mean, listen, ask for what you want, child, but you have to also understand what you're asking for.
Right.
That's just what it is.
I get that. But me, myself, I am an entrepreneur. I'm creating $1 million business. I'm a realtor. I have the same goals, dreams, aspirations, and stepping in the same shoes that person is. And I've experienced that. So me, myself, I just don't want a whole control factor. I understand in a relationship, there's a certain amount of respect that you have to have for your partner. There's a certain amount of submission that has to be there. And I am 1000% willing to give that. I just don't want I don't want nobody standing on my neck.
Let me say this, and I think this is where the disconnect is coming for the women that desire that type of guy. Like, I think a lot of times your great attributes can also almost be a disadvantage. Let me explain that, right? Okay, no man that I talk to in that money category wants a bum, right? So that ain't the goal. They're not looking for a girl that can't pay a rent and can't do nothing. That they don't want that. But what they do want is a woman that can fit within their lives. So with you being all those things or your own, that's great. But let's say he's like, well, listen, I want to go away for a month. Are you able to stop your job and just go away for a month? Or I want to do this. Are you going to be able to be home? Because I think the disconnect with boss chicks, sometimes you look at wives and you're like, well, she's not even as accomplished as I am. Like, how does she get this man if she's not as accomplished as I am in the work field? And the reason is because that man chose her because she fit within his life. She was the mother of his children. She's there when she works, when he's home from work. She has food. She's available to travel when he wants to travel. So I think that's one of the biggest disconnects that boss chicks sometimes don't realize, that the guy you guys say you want, how you feel as though your career is your advantage. To some men, it's a disadvantage.
For me personally, I'm gonna get in where I fit in. And if you good to me, I'm good to you. If you respecting me, I'm respecting you. I can walk. I am bona fide grown. I can walk away from any situation that I have to walk away from that's not serving me, and I want for the person to have that same mentality. But I'm trying to get in where I can fit in at the same time too.
Okay. No, I love it. I love this dialogue. Let me ask you this, because on the flip side, with you being so successful and the things that you're building, if you were a man, you would be looking for a beautiful woman that could just fit into your life, and then you would be paying the bills if you were a man. Now, you're not a man, you're a female.
Right.
Let's say you can find a guy that can fit within your life, but he's available because he doesn't make that much money, but he could be available for you all the time. He could show up for you all the time, but he's essentially coming into your life and making a life. Would you date a man like that, or does he have to be fully established and financially over 200K on his own?
I don't think that we would play on the same playing field. I think eventually it would become a problem. So I would prefer to date someone that can get on this, that we can be on the same level, because a lot of times when you're unevenly yoked, that's a problem. And I don't want to be unevenly yoked with anyone, not even in a friendship.
So you're saying unevenly yoked financially?
Correct. Unevenly yoked financially, spiritually, mentally. I want to be on the same playing field for the most part, and still understand that a human is flawed. So I'm not looking for Mr. Perfect, because I know that that doesn't exist. But I am looking for someone that we can be on the same mentality. So whereas if I'm saying that I need to do this or that they aren't, that if I need to go do something for my businesses, or if I need something for my businesses, you're not knocking it. You're lifting me up because you can see the vision of where I'm coming from. I want a visionary in my life.
Got you. You know that men marry unevenly yoked women every day, though. They marry women who's on the same financial level.
And guess what? For those who choose to do that, that's their business. But me personally, I tried to be in an unevenly yoked relationship for years, and it just didn't work. I need someone that we can get on each other's level.
I love it. Okay. So what are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I would say that I love my children, so I'm definitely a person that probably caters to my children a little bit too much. So I would probably say that. I could probably let my guard down a little bit, because I definitely have somewhat of a guard put up, not to the point to where it's not doable, but I do have a little bit of a guard put up. And I could probably, I don't know, I don't know, I could just maybe exercise more. How about that?
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Crystal?
I would say a guy would be lucky to be with me because I'm a very loving person. I'm a very understanding person. I'm someone that's looking to build. And if you have a family already, I'm definitely very open and giving to accept and receive that. I'm someone that's trying to live and experience life to its fullest.
I love it. Okay, did I ask you when was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
I don't mind answering it. I haven't been intimate since the whole summer, so it probably at least 4 or 5 months.
Okay, and when was your last relationship again?
My last relationship, my real last relationship was probably about 7 years ago.
7 years. Mm-hmm. So you've been single for 7 years?
I've been single for 7 years.
Okay, now is the goal a relationship? Is that your goal?
My goal is to have a relationship, yes.
Okay, so boyfriend, girlfriend, man, woman, we do holidays together. That's my man, that's my girl, that's the goal.
That's the goal,
okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, you look good. Why do you think you've been single for 7 years?
I think I've been single for 7 years because I have boundaries within inside of myself. and I have a standard and a way that I want to be treated. And being a single woman out here in the world, I have experienced a lot. I have experienced a lot of saying that it's one way and it's a whole nother ball game going on, thinking that, you know, a woman is supposed to jump to your beat or skip to your beat or be so
Well,
impressed.
that's the man you said you want, girl.
But let me say, but it's okay if it's for real. So it's a lot of pump faking going on in the world too.
That's true.
And I have no interest in that. So I ask God to give me discernment to be able to see exactly what's lying in front of my face, with being humble, not ego driven, with still remaining feminine and being in my ladylike behavior. And God gives me the opportunity to see that. And so when I see that, I just let it go. No problem, no harm, no foul. We're still cool.
Okay. Let me ask something that you said.
Okay.
I forget. Okay, well listen, let's do it. Crystal 51 Pisces. Oh, does he have to be in Chicago?
No, not at all. I feel like my husband is someplace else. I don't feel like they're in Chicago at all. If they are, that's great, but I don't feel that they're here at all.
Okay, so not have to be in Chicago. Does he have to be black?
No, he could. He could be whatever, any nationality. I feel that God. I feel like I'm shortchanging myself if I stick to only one race.
Well,
preferably my own.
If you want a tax bracket of a millionaire, then you absolutely, to have a higher probability, you should open up the race. I mean, it's just you have more options.
Correct.
The 6 millionaire you dated before in the past, were they all black men or were they different races?
They were different races.
They were different races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you're open-minded. Okay, well, that definitely does increase your chances.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Crystal 51, Pisces, realtor, business owner, mom to 3. She would like to date a millionaire. She could make do with 200K.
Thank you, Kendra.
200K, she could make do. Her ideal goal is 40 to 50 age range. How can this man reach out to you?
Well, you can reach out to me on Facebook as Crystal, Crystal, last name Lewis, Lewis. You can also find me on Instagram at Bella, BELLA _ Crystal, Crystal 72. And you can also find me at _ La Cristal, LACRISTAL _ lingerie.
I think, Crystal, you should focus on one because all those people are going to get confused.
Okay,
so
no
just
problem.
Give them one way to reach out to you.
Let's do Bella, BELLA _ Crystal, CRYSTAL 72.
And that is Instagram.
That's Instagram.
Bella, one more time.
Bella, BELLA _ Crystal, CRYSTAL 72.
72. There you have it. All right. Listen, I enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you so much. And if I could say this to you real quick, Kendra, I absolutely respect you.
Oh, thank you.
I absolutely adore you. And I absolutely appreciate and respect what you're out here doing as an entrepreneur, as an educated Black woman, and taking care of your business and trying to bring back Black love and love itself together. You are a phenomenal woman. And I'm very thankful that I had an opportunity to speak with you today.
Listen, I loved our dialogue. I love that we were able to bounce back with different perspectives. I love that you weren't offended by my questions. And I truly appreciate your kind words. And I'm happy that you get it because that literally is my goal, right? As God has put me on this mission, and then with the app coming out and leaving my radio career to focus on this full time, I really do want Black love to get back because like you, I think you're an awesome woman. And I talk to awesome people around the whole world every day. And I think we all want somebody. Like people want companionship. So hopefully this show can be enlightening. I know it's entertaining to people, but that is the reason that I do it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you, Kendra.
All right, we're that 7-figure man at 7-figure man. Where you at? Hit it up, Crystal. Where you at? Yes. All right, bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, y'all look fly. Y'all some beautiful Black women. I see. Let me find out you gorgeous too. Okay, Black don't crack.
Show don't.
Thanks, as long as you don't do crack, Black don't crack. All right. Bye, baby girl.
Okay, bye-bye.
No, I love that conversation. And I love that Crystal's confident. She knows she won. It is what it is, child. And someone said I was trying to convince her. It wasn't that I was trying to convince her.